Hello and welcome to another update video about Bonk. Bonk has nearly rallied now into my target area. We talked about this one in the last video. Talked about support, talked about resistance or the targets, and it's now moved from support to resistance. So we've got this 1-2 set up. The price reacted to support between 17554 and 19153. And the problem is that this move up is let's say, corrective looking structure, which it only is because it could be a diagonal pattern. I mean, the initial move up is a 3-wave move. As far as I can tell, best I can tell. It did hold support in wave 2. So we were watching for that third wave, right, from down here. And what I communicated before was first ideal target is 37644. We've nearly reached it. I mean, we've reached the level just below the 123.6 FIB, which I normally call the minimum expectation for a third wave, but it's really the bare minimum. Normally I wanted to get to the 138% extension. Can always go a bit higher, which I would prefer actually. I mean, today is like 30% up. It's insane. But you get these here and there, you know, these coins here and there that will go up in an insane way suddenly now. It's not like all of them together. You get it in the altcoin sector. On one day you will get a certain group of coins move. On the other day, another group of coins, you know, and it can be like 20% in a day, 30% a day. Get used to it for a few weeks possibly. You know, as long as the November lows are holding, this is what we might expect. But bear in mind, the most aggressive rally is typically the third wave. Now again, it's going to get messy. Waves 4 and 5 incoming. It needs to hold wave 4 support, which I'm not going to give you yet because we haven't topped yet. I keep adjusting, right? It needs to form a top first, and we are dealing with a 3-wave move up. And I can't tell how far this will go, but I can tell you it should go a little higher and maybe even get to that 43097 level, which would also be a very common target for an let's say an internal third wave. But then it will, the moment of truth will come in the 4th wave pullback, which I will, as I said, will give you support for once we have a local top in place. But the bottom line is anybody who entered in that support area, it makes sense to at least move the stop to break even, possibly think about taking some profits, because the third wave, while it's not yet necessarily due a pullback, it could happen now at any point. Sometimes targets aren't quite reached. It's all about understanding what's the high probability element of the move, right? And that's typically the third wave. But it would even be, you know, it's even clearer if we get a 5-wave move up and then hold a higher low in the pullback, because then we have a 1-2 setup. Well, we're not there yet. And we need to see how far this stretches. I mean, this third can just keep going, right? It can just keep going. And okay, when do we know that it's breaking down? I mean, I can give you micro support, because some of you might want to know, okay, but what is the level that will tell me that some kind of a top is in place? Well, it would be the 78.6 retracement. So it's just micro support here for continuation. It's not really for any label or wave. It's just sort of, you know, this C wave can keep going as long as we're holding that 50% retracement. It's 27624, and it will have to be adjusted with the price as we go higher. It's the length of the C wave. That is pretty much impulsive support. So it means if we now see a break below it, then it could be the wave 4. However, I would prefer it gets to that next FIB level first. That's the update about Bonk. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Also, make sure that you follow us on Instagram and Twitter for additional content. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.